Hello everyone, now let us discuss about the directional terms related to human body. The first term is superior. It is also called as cephalic or cranial. The definition of superior is towards the head or upper part of the structure. Towards the head or upper part of the structure. For example, heart is superior to liver. The next is inferior or caudal. Away from the head or lower part of the structure. For example, stomach is inferior to lungs. The next term is anterior. It is also called as ventral. Nearer to or at the front of the body. Anterior means nearer to or at the front of the body. For example, sternum or breastbone is anterior to heart. The next is posterior or dorsal. Nearer to or at the back of the body. For example, esophagus, which is nothing but food tube, is posterior to trachea. That is windpipe. The next is medial, nearer to the midline. Midline is nothing but an imaginary vertical line that divides the body into equal right and left sides. That is the midline. Medial means nearer to the midline. For example, ulna is medial to radius. When compared to radius, ulna is nearer to the midline. So, ulna is medial to radius. The next is lateral, farther from the midline. Lateral means farther from the midline. Medial means nearer to the midline. The lungs are lateral to the heart. The next is intermediate, that is between two structures. Transverse colon is intermediate to the ascending and descending colons. The next is ipsilateral, on the same side of the body as another structure. Ipsilateral means on the same side. Contralateral means on the opposite side. Example for ipsilateral is the gallbladder and ascending colon are ipsilateral. That is, they are on the same side. Example for contralateral is the ascending and descending colons are contralateral. The next term is proximal, nearer to the attachment of a limb to the trunk. Proximal means nearer to the attachment of a limb to the trunk or nearer to the origination of the structure. For example, humerus is proximal to radius because humerus is nearer to the attachment of the limb to the trunk than the radius. The next is distal, farther from the attachment of a limb to the trunk. Distal means farther from the attachment of a limb to the trunk or farther from the origination of a structure. Example is phalanges, that is finger bones are distal to carpals, that are wrist bones. The next term is superior or external, towards or on the surface of the body. Superficial. The next term is superficial. It indicates towards or on the surface of the body. Example, ribs are superficial to the lungs. The next is deep or internal, away from the surface of the body. Example, ribs are deep to the skin of the chest and back. Here you can see lateral means away from the midline. Medial means towards the midline. Superior means towards the head. Inferior means away from the head. Proximal means towards the attachment, nearer to the attachment of a limb to the trunk, that is proximal. Distal means farther from the attachment of a limb to the trunk. This is the midline, which is an imaginary line that divides the body into equal right and left side. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for further videos on medical coding and CPC training.